customized for my actual coaching members, was able to help them with their results. And that content regimen was my marketing. It was not, hey, come pay me. It was spreading content and giving as much value as possible to other people like my buyers, other people reading Marketing Land, listening to Mixergy, the other places I contributed content, etc. Lastly, probably most importantly, delegate repeatable processes, admin, and social media, okay? So the goal here is you have to work with someone. You're probably going to be paying someone for 10 to 14 hours per week. This is what it turned out for me. Now, I was paying 17 bucks per hour for this because I was paying someone here in the United States. However, you can probably find somebody outsourced to do this for $8 an hour. I just honestly didn't do the hard work of finding somebody outsourced. I have great outsourced folks for graphic design and other things, but for the work that we were doing, I was paying $17 an hour. So, you know, do the math here. We're talking about $100 or $200 something a week, which is nothing when you're bringing in $8,000 a month, $9,000, $10,000, $12,000 a month, okay? So this was the time investment for one single person, and here were some of the processes that we had done. You might want to take some screenshots. We're going to move quickly. I have about 2.5 minutes here, so or 3.5 minutes. So this is the weekly. This is a screenshot here of our Google Doc of our weekly regimen. So we would post twice a day on Twitter and Facebook on these certain days. We would handle Google Plus once a week. We'd post a YouTube video once a week, post a blog post out once per week. I actually trained, so I would film the videos, and I trained this individual to write the article based on the video. Guess what? You don't have to be a content expert when someone gives you a video. You just have to be a good writer. So this person was a good writer, not necessarily a marketer. They could turn my video into a great article. We'd publish that on the blog once a week, very regularly, and they would also send out, it took a couple weeks to train them, but they would send out an email newsletter once per week as well, and they would do that based on the video. So they didn't have to be a professional in my industry to write a very brief and succinct educational email and a 700 to 900 word article based on one video that I created. So I would create one video, and then they would rotate a series of content, and I told them what websites to draw from, which of our blogs to use, etc. They would rotate a series of content on social media. This was all a systemized checklist they would use. Same thing with Google+. All I did was the video, and the article and the email were all done for me, and I was able to free myself of that. In addition, our guest posting regimen, as well as our regimen for posting on LinkedIn, Google+, and additional sort of Facebook business posts was also delegated to this person. So you look at these systems, pretty easy to follow. You can build something similar. At the same time, we were tracking monthly metrics. I was looking at who were my paying customers. Okay, you can see we have 11 members at this particular point here. We would track when payments failed. We would track when people joined. We would track when people quit. Okay, we would also track how many emails were sent and what was the open rate of those emails, in addition to looking at our total list size and things along those lines. So we had weekly metrics as well as monthly metrics we would track, and then weekly social media and marketing to-dos and monthly social media marketing and to-dos. This became a system, and I must tell you, you have to be willing to work for 60 to 90 minutes per week for at least the first 6 weeks to train somebody to really master these systems, to critique their articles, to critique their emails, to build their loyalty and build their skills. And once someone really feels like they're part of your team, and once someone learns the fundamentals of mastering your admin and email answering processes, your social media processes, your repeatable marketing and metrics tracking processes. And once you do the upfront work of building those processes, then they start to run them. So later on in 2015, I spent very little time on this kind of stuff. And now, again, bear in mind, we now have a course called the Automation Architecture, where we essentially teach the same process we used to do in Blueprint, as well as the programs in our CLV Boost Conversion Academy. So you can actually still get in on those programs even though we don't do consulting. But I hope that these core lessons will sink in for you. Let me know in the comments below what you learned from this and what was useful that you can use in your business. And make sure you subscribe if you liked this video, because we break down, or I break down, literally everything that I do that's successful for myself and my clients. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this one. So I look forward to catching you on the next CLV Boost tutorial.